Excuse me. Is this like the best place to get a nice Chinese food in London?
I don't speak English.
You're Brazilian, yeah? You have like the most Brazilian physique ever. Your physique is like 100% Brazilian.
Ah, my physique.
Your physique is from Brazil.
Obrigada.
But your face is Italian.
Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me. Is this the best place to chill in London?
Sorry?
Is this like the best place to chill in London?
Oh, no, probably.
You're definitely not from London.
No, I didn't hear.
Oh yeah? Because you look so lost like a tourist. Excuse me. Hi. Is this like the best place to get a drink in
I don't know.
London?
I don't know if we're not.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't had one yet? Were you waiting for us? Have one? For this week's video, we're going to be talking about openers, how to open in all different situations. So I remember back in the day when I was starting out, everyone used to do the same approach, right? In the coffee shop, as you were standing, in the airport, in the Oxford Street, everyone used to do, run around, stop her and be like, I just had to say, you look very nice. Now, that was fun, but in terms of results, you're not going to get amazing results just doing that in different situations, right? And the reason that is because it's not clever, right? Now, day game has evolved so much that now we do clever indirect, right? Not the indirect, the boring stuff that they used to do back in the day, like, excuse me, where is Starbucks? Now we're doing the clever ones where the girl knows why you're there, but it's so natural and it's so congruent to the situation that conversation just starts, without you forcing it. Having said that, obviously in Oxford Street in London and some other places in the world where it's so busy, the streets is packed, obviously the hard stop, what Yad created is the best way to open up an interaction, right? Because it's so busy, she's not going to stop if you do anything other than that. And you need that impact, you need the power of doing that type of approach, because that's why it was invented, right? It was invented to capture attention in very busy, in very noisy areas, where if you're indoors, if you're in the mall, if you're in a coffee shop and you do a direct opener, what's going to happen is you're going to put her on a spotlight, right? Imagine you walk into your favorite coffee shop and there she is right in the middle, the most beautiful girl you've ever seen. You go up to her and there's so much people around and you say, I just had to say you look very nice. What's going to happen in that situation is everyone in the coffee shop is going to look at her, right? And that's going to put spotlight onto her, it's going to put pressure onto her, and she's not going to be comfortable in having a conversation with you. She's not going to be able to flirt with you because of the pressure you put onto her. So it's not a very clever way to open. Instead, if you go in and you use a situational opener, it's going to work much better. So this is what we're going to talk about in this video. So in a coffee shop, the best way to open is usually the girl will be sitting down, there'll be a chair free next to her, and you go in front of her and say, excuse me, is this chair free? And she will say yes, then you sit down and then you open. You must be French or whatever, you must be Swedish, right? Depending on where she looks like she's from. Now, you could also use different openers in a coffee shop. You could use, is this the best, is this the best coffee shop in London? You could go in, if she's eating a cake, you could say, oh, is this like the best cake to have in this coffee shop? There's different ways to do it.
I think they will.
Excuse me, is that actually taken? Yeah. I was going to say, you must be Italian.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I had a friend, she was Italian, looked just like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, this girl has to be from Sicily.
No, but my mom, yeah.
Your mom is from Sicily.
Yeah.
So that means you're in the mafia.
Where are you from?
Have a guess.
Where?
Have a guess, what do you think?
I
No? Just one guess.
don't know. Algeria.
Algeria? No. Kind of close, like Middle East, I'm Iranian. So one of the best ways to open in indoor situations is to say, is this the best thing to have in this place? So for example, if you're in a restaurant and she's having a kebab, you can say, oh, excuse me, is this the best kebab to have in this restaurant? Or is this the best food to have in this restaurant? And you could use this in all different types of situations. So for example, if you're in a bar, you could say, oh, excuse me, is this the best drink to have in this bar? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the transition, right? This is where it goes back into the day game model that we are very familiar with. And the transition is very simple. You just say, by the way, are you from this country? So you say, by the way, are you French? Or by the way, are you Swedish? And that's where you go back into that model and you start to do everything that we do. Excuse me guys, is this like the best place to eat in London?
I wouldn't know because I'm not from London.
Excuse me. Hi. Do you know what the best thing on the menu is to get here? Yeah.
What do you want to eat?
I want to eat something like super healthy, like sweet potato and kale.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah. I heard because one of my friends told me the Happy Meal is meant to be super good here.
I don't know.
No, I'm just joking. Are you guys from like Morocco?
From Morocco?
Yeah.
I'm from Libya.
From Libya. Excuse me guys. Hi. Is this the best place to eat in London?
It's our first time being here.
Is it your first time? Are you from Essex? So another great way to open in indoors and even outdoors is to go in and say, excuse me, are you from this country? Like you're very curious about where she's from, because I've had actually people open me and say, oh, excuse me, are you like Italian or are you Lebanese? And it's just, you're not hitting on her in the beginning. You're just kind of curious from where she's from. And then that's when you transition again and you start to do teasing, challenging and everything that we do to build attraction, right? And I'm actually going to make another video about how to build attraction. So make sure you subscribe and you press the little bell button so when that video comes out, you don't miss out. All right, so if you remember the old day game approach, it's you see the girl coming towards you and you let her pass and then you run after her, you run around and you stop her, right? That was the old way of doing it. Now, the new way is when she's coming towards you, you go right in front of her and you stop her dead straight. And this, in order to do this, you need to have great eye contact. You need to get eye contact before you say anything. And you need to have a great smile. And then your voice has to be even louder than normal because she's coming towards you and it's going to take a bit more energy for her to stop. Now, obviously, this is a bit more advanced than the runaround. The runaround is better if you're a beginner and you're just starting out and you're not really good with the non-verbals. But if you're a bit more experienced, then I definitely recommend that you try this one because I've had amazing results. It's very natural as well because it's so spontaneous. As she's coming towards you, boom, you stop her. It's the girls, they really love it. I've got such good reactions and I definitely recommend that you go and try this one. Excuse me, hi. Have you met the famous German artist? Yeah? Who? The famous German artist.
Who?
It's my friend.
What?
My friend here. Excuse me guys, hi. I just had to say you girls have the best vibe I've seen today.
But you just saw her.
Yeah, because you just have this great like happy look. Is it because you're not from London? All right, so now what you're gonna do if you're in the tube, what you're gonna do if you're in a car and there's a beautiful girl in the next car next to you. What are you gonna do in the bus? What are you gonna do if you're on the plane and there's a beautiful girl right next to you, right? So I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do in this situation, and it's very simple. You say, excuse me, are you from this country? Again, very similar to the other one. This opener can be used in all different types of situations. It's so good, right? It's so good, and it's so natural that I've had amazing results doing it, and my clients have also had incredible results. I know you're on the phone. Yeah, I just I went to say you must be Russian. No, you're definitely not from London. Is it your mom? Just tell her you call her back in 1 minute. I have to tell you something very important. Yeah. Excuse me. You must be Swedish.
No.
No.
Greek.
You're Greek.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That means I have to run away. Yeah, I have to run away because you're going to feed me souvlaki.
Yes.
Excuse me. Hi. You must be French.
No.
No. I had a friend look just like you. She was French.
Okay. No, I'm Russian.
Oh, you're Russian.
Yes.
Oh, I would have never guessed actually.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't have a very like strong Russian accent, like Privyet, Koktela.
Yeah, good. Yeah. You've experienced in Russia with Russian
Yeah, I used to
girls.
have a Russian ex-girlfriend, so
Okay.
I have to stay away from Russian girls.
Yeah, run away. You can run away now.
Yeah. Yeah, and in London, I'm guessing you're doing something like creative from the way you look.
No,
No.
not creative.
Finance,
No. One more guess.
bus driver.
That's a really good one. No.
So yeah, the other day I was in a car with my friend and this very beautiful girl came up next to us. I told her to bring down the window and I said, you must be Turkish. And she said, yeah, I'm Turkish. How did you know? And I said, oh, you have the most Turkish look I've ever seen. And she said, where are you from? And I said, I'm Persian. And then the light was about to go green because we were at the traffic light. And I told her, can I invite you for a coffee another time? And she said, yeah, take my Instagram. Took the Instagram and messaging her and it was so good. Excuse me, hi. You must be Italian.
I'm Italian.
You're Italian, I knew it.
Sono italiana. Sei italiano.
You have the most Italian look I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just,
I
yeah,
am
we're
a
just,
bit Italian.
yeah, you're Italian.
Right.
For handsome men like myself and my beautiful new wife.
Yeah.
All right, now for my favorite ever opener, and that's the six-pack opener. This is very simple. You're in a supermarket, you're in a takeaway shop, and you see the beautiful girl, she's looking at some type of food. And you go up to her, you stand right next to her and you say, excuse me, is this good for your six-pack? And this type of approach is really good because you're starting the conversation in a playful way, right? You're showing her you got a good sense of humor.
Excuse me. Which one do you think is good to get a really good six-pack? Is it that was good? Yeah. By the way, are you originally from like Caribbean?
No,
No.
from the UK.
Are you like fully English?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, you don't look it at all.
Oh, okay.
All right, now for the mission, the most important part of this video, and that's you're going to actually implement the stuff that you learned in this video. And that's very simple. You're going to go out, do 3 approaches. If you're a bit more experienced, you're going to do 3 indirect approaches. So 1 in the coffee shop, 1 in the supermarket, and 1 in the retail shop. And if you're more beginner, you're gonna do 3 direct approaches. Very simple, you just go to the girl and you give her a compliment like before. All right, next week we're gonna be releasing a very important video, so make sure you stay tuned and I'm gonna see you when? Next week. Nav.